On now.
Right. Okay. Let's pay respect. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, so today is our, which day? 6th day? Our Dhamma. Have you done your homework?
Yes, I've done my homework.
I think it's going to be a...
Okay, who's going to read first? While I am...
I'll go to get it out of the way because I don't know what I've actually written. I did it one night when I thought I'm going to go for it. Now, pronunciation. Punyani. I can't pronounce the next one. Kairitha. Sukhavani. Gaining merit brings happiness. So the introduction I've got is the ancient Pali injunction, Punyani Karu. How do I pronounce that second word, Sujan?
Huh?
How do I pronounce the second word? Kairatha.
Kairata.
Sukhavani. One should perform meritorious.
Meritus.
Good dealt with, thank you. Deeds for merit brings happiness. It captures essential insight of Buddhist ethical thought. Far from being a mere religious slogan, it expresses a profound psychological and moral truth. Wholesome actions transform the mind, shape character and generate conditions conducive to genuine well-being. This essay explores the meaning of merit, punya, the mechanisms through which it produces happiness and the broader implications for ethical living in a contemporary life. So the understanding merit, punya, in Buddhist ethics. In Buddhist philosophy, punya refers to the wholesome karmic potential generated by actions rooted in non-greed, non-hatred and non-delusion. It is not a metaphysical reward system, but a natural consequence of mental causality. When one acts with generosity, compassion, or moral integrity, the mind becomes purified, flexible, and uplifted. This inner transformation is itself a form of happiness. Independent of external circumstances, merit traditionally arises from three primary domains: dana, sila, and bhavana. These practices refine the mind, reduce suffering, and create conditions for deeper spiritual development. The psychological basis of merit and happiness. Modern psychology increasingly confirms what Buddhist ethics has taught for millennia. Altruistic behaviour enhances well-being. Acts of generosity activate neural circuits associated with reward and social bonding. Ethical behaviour reduces cognitive dissonance and stabilises emotional life. Meditation cultivates clarity, equanimity and resilience. Thus, the happiness associated with merit is not accidental, it arises because wholesome actions diminish mental defilements, such as greed and resentment. Ethical living reduces conflict, both internal and interpersonal. Generosity expands the sense of self, fostering connection and meaning. Meditation strengthens attention and emotional balance. In this sense, merit is a form of psychological hygiene. It cleans the mind, making happiness more accessible. Merit as a social force. Merit is not merely merely personal, it is relational. When individuals act with kindness and integrity, they contribute to a more harmonious society. Generosity supports those in need. Ethical conduct builds trust and mental cultivation reduces reactivity and aggression. The happiness that arises from merit, therefore, extends beyond the individual, radiating out into families, communities and social structures. This relational dimension is crucial. Happiness is grounded in merit, is not the feeling of pleasure of consumption, but the durable well-being that emerges from meaningful connection and moral clarity. I think I've gone on a bit. Number 4, the transformative power of intention. In Buddhism, intention is the heart of karma. A meritorious deed performed with a wholesome intention generates far greater happiness than one done mechanically for self-aggrandizement. When the mind inclines towards kindness, compassion and wisdom, it becomes naturally joyful. Merit and the path to liberation. While merit alone does not lead to enlightenment, it creates the foundation for deeper insight. Merit purifies the mind. So in conclusion, the teaching Punyani Kai Irathi Sukhavihani encapsulates a timeless truth. Happiness is not something to be pursued directly, but something that arises naturally from wholesome actions. Merit is the quiet architecture of well-being, built through generosity, ethical conduct and mental cultivation. In a world often dominated by materialism and self-interest, the Buddhist emphasis on merit offers a counter-narrative, one in which happiness is rooted in moral clarity, compassion and transformation of the heart. If one seeks a life of meaning, stability and joy, the path of merit remains as relevant today as it was in the Buddha's time.
Well done, in different perspectives. Yeah. Okay, you?
I think I went off path a little and got carried away.
Okay, your homework on
Kradu essay. Punyani Kaya Ratha Sukhavahani. Alright?
Sukhavahani.
Sukhavahani. Herein, the meaning of the Dharma proverb Punyani Kaya Ratha Sukhavani, often interpreted as merit brings happiness or performing virtuous deeds brings happiness, will be described. In order to pave the way for people interested in studying the Dharma for their long-lasting benefit and happiness. This proverb emphasizes that accumulated merit is a source of joy and peace. The essence of this teaching is to cultivate good actions, wholesome conduct, and moral virtues, which naturally lead to a happy life and positive outcomes. Merit, or bun in Thai, and punya in Pali, refers to the accumulation of wholesome deeds, virtuous behaviour and pure thoughts. It is developed through the practice of sila in brackets precepts, samadhi in brackets concentration, and panya in brackets wisdom. The proverb highlights that performing these good deeds is not just a duty but a direct cause of happiness. Unlike material possessions which can be stolen or destroyed, the merit one accumulates through good actions is an internal wealth that no thief can take away. True happiness, in brackets sukha, in Buddhism is not merely sensory pleasure, but a lasting peace derived from a clear conscience and a good heart. By avoiding evil deeds, in brackets barp, evil deeds,
Papa.
barp,
Papa.
B-A-R-P,
No, P-A. P-A-P-A. Papa. Evil deed.
what's evil deeds in Thai?
Ba.
Barp.
Mm.
So it's Thai one. Sorry. By avoiding evil deeds, barp, and focusing on doing good, a person reduces anxiety and guilt, leading to a calmer mind. This accumulated virtue brings happiness in both this life and the next. This teaching is harmoniously supported by another proverb, sila sukam yava jara, which means virtue brings happiness to one even until old age. While material wealth may fade, the internal happiness derived from a life of virtue in brackets sila and generosity in brackets dana remains a stable refuge. When a person consistently performs merit, they build a in brackets spiritual support that protects them from regret and anxiety. To apply this proverb in daily life, one must actively perform good actions, punyani. This includes generosity, maintaining precepts in brackets moral conduct, and practicing meditation. A generous person who acts with kindness and compassion builds a strong foundation for joy. By following the Dharma, one creates a positive, joyful environment for themselves and others. In conclusion, the proverb Punyani Kaya Ratha Sukhavani teaches that the true path to lasting happiness lies in doing good deeds. It highlights that meritorious actions and virtues meritorious actions and virtuous conduct are the ultimate source of happiness, making our lives peaceful and joyful. By practicing charity, morality, and cultivating wisdom, we can ensure a life filled with joy and happiness, which will accompany us always.
Okay, thank you very much for the essays. And with that, I believe you have learned quite a bit about merit. So, today is, what's the topic?
3 unwholesome actions, is it?
3 unwholesome actions, akusalas.
Akusala. What page are we on, sorry?
27.
3 unwholesome actions. Akusala.
3 unwholesome actions. Akusala kamma. Okay, akusala kamma. Number 1, kaya ducarita. Kaya ducarita. This is quite easy for you all. Vaci ducarita. And then third, Mano ducarita. Yeah? Kaya means a physical, physical unwholesome actions. Vaci, verbal. Mano, mind or mental. Okay. So ducarita, charita means behavior, do means wrong. Okay. So do means wrong, charita means behavior, and then if you put a su, means good. So sucarita becomes a kusala kamma. Ducarita. Now, when we talk about physical unwholesome actions, what else do you think of? What is written here? Yvonne, can you read?
Unwholesome physical actions, particularly included, are harming lives, taking that which is not given, stealing, and sexual misconduct, adultery and rape.
And then the second one, Vaci ducarita?
False, harmful or impolite speech. This is often accompanied by ill will to those you speak with.
And the last one?
Unwholesome thoughts and emotions. These include
Covetousness.
I can't speak today.
Covetousness.
Hatred and delusion or wrong views.
So these are the here. Now, after reading that, when we speak about kaya ducarita or a physical unwholesome actions, what are they?
Speech.
Not
very.
kaya.
Not killing.
Not
Stealing,
killing.
sexual
stealing.
misconduct.
Killing. Not killing means kusala. So we have to say killing is akusala.
But these are the precepts.
Yes. Stealing.
Yeah.
And then sexual misconduct.
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah.
so this is akusala. When you put not killing, that means kusala.
Yeah.
Means bad. Same like a do. So this one is opposite of sila. So when we talk about the sila, we are saying no. No there at the front. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct. Whereas here there is no. There is no. So that means akusala, unwholesome action, is basically killing, stealing, and sexual misconduct. Sorry, not sex. Sexual misconduct. Okay? So that is the physical action. I think we have been talking about that, so I don't think I have to repeat it. That right?
Yeah.
Repeat again? No. And what about the vaci? Vaci means the verbal speaking.
Ill will speak. Yeah.
Okay. And here again, if you remember, last week we discussed about how many actions that verbally we do.
How many actions we verbally do?
I can't remember. I'm too tired.
Do you remember?
Give us a clue.
Huh?
Give us a clue.
Give us a clue.
I was going to say that.
Okay. So, lying.
Oh yeah. It is the precepts.
Yeah, lying, and then gossip,
Gossip.
and then
Backstabbing.
backstabbing or backbiting, and then
Lying, gossip.
what's the difference between slander and backbiting?
I think it's all the same. It's all unwholesome and not nice. Gossip, backbiting, and slander. There isn't a difference, is there?
And there is a harsh speaking, harsh words. So I think the backbiting and gossip goes in one. and slander and harsh words.
What's slander?
When you speak
Ill of
badly
somebody. You speak ill of someone.
Ill will, isn't it?
Yeah, ill will.
What, to their face?
Face behind, that's a slander.
I'm learning from it all.
It's basically with the ill intention, you're talking about somebody in a negative way and creating impression that that person is not good, whether in the front or the back. Okay? Maybe next time we will go in Pali, these. So, okay? So I think, again, this one also we have discussed previously. We don't have to go, right?
Yeah.
Did you make a note on it or not last time?
No.
No? Good students.
Eh?
Very good students.
It was left on the board and you just wiped it off.
Okay, so that's the call. Yeah, and now again this one, if we are talking about the sila in 5 precepts, what happens here? Again, no, it comes in the front.
Yeah.
No, not doing that, then that becomes the precepts. Now here we are talking about unwholesome, so that's why doing acts, like lying, gossiping, backbiting, slander, harsh speaking, then that counts here. These are the actions that one commits with the speech.
Basically, it's anything unwholesome, is it? Really?
Okay, and then from mentally, what sort of mentally you are doing wrong? It's like yesterday when we were at the Dice Academy, 2 or 3 children were asking about the thinking, negative thinking, and how to deal with that. You remember, Kevin? What sort of a question they were asking? 3 of them, all about negative thoughts.
They were just asking how you stop negative thoughts, weren't they?
It's your thinking and your emotions, isn't it? Thoughts.
So, mentally, in the book we can see the second one is written mistake there. But so number 1 is called abhijja.
What is covetousness?
Covetous.
Covetousness.
Covetousness.
And what does it mean?
What do you think? Abhijja.
Google.
My brain's not working.
Vyapada. And then Micha Ditti.
It's like selfish desire.
Covet means wish to have someone's possessions.
Yeah, envy, greed.
So that's called covet or covetousness. Wishing to get someone's possessions in all means. That's a covet.
Envy. Greed.
So it's deeper than the greed. So greed is basically an overview of everything. Covet is something like going into someone's possession. So one branch of a greed. Greed is like overview of everything that we want. It could be anything in any forms, but this covetousness is that it belongs to somebody and then you wish to have it and you try to gain it. So you're mentally thinking of, oh, I went to the this house, and then they have this beautiful item displayed, and I wish I can have it.
And that's envy as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And so that's called a kavet or abhijja. So, I should have written in English. Let me delete it here. Abhijja. So this abhijja.
They're just on the side on that.
Kavet. It's always difficult to write for me. Covetousness, and then vyapada.
Or dosa. Delusion or wrongdoing.
Vyapada, and then misconduct. Vyapada is hatred and ill will. Misconduct, misunderstanding. What's here? What it says? Wrong view.
Basically, if you have wrong views, you're going to be out and not understand. So once you correct your wrong view and not sort of have right view and follow your precepts, it should keep you in good stead. Is that? Yeah.
Okay. So basically, physically we do 3 unwholesome acts. Speaking, verbally we do 4. Mentally we do 3. Altogether it becomes 10. Alright, all becomes 10 actions.
And wasn't even aware he was doing them most of the time.
So this is also known as 10 akusala dhammas or 10 unwholesome actions. And that's the actions count, but here as actually 3 unwholesome actions is means. Right? Actually it's talking about the means of acting unwholesome actions. Right? And here Mano, ducarita, like abhijja, covetousness, and if we look at the Satipatthana, the 4 foundations of a mindfulness, it repeats again and again. Avijja domanasam. Avijja domanasam. So these 2 repeats again and again. So the practice of meditation is to understand these 2 things properly. When we understand these 2 things properly, then there will be a right view.
Yeah.
And then another thing is vyapada, ill will. Obviously it's not no need to explain vyapada. So misconduct, whenever it comes only the word ditthi, wherever you see only this word ditthi alone, ditthi alone in the scripture, that means wrong. Okay, that means a wrong view. In order to have a right view, so always there is a word samma at front.
Samma.
Okay, always samma at the front. Only then that becomes a right view. Okay. So this is the 3 unwholesome actions. Because we've been studying and we can relate these slowly and repeating again and again, it's easier to understand now and easier to relate to the previous teachings. And also the basic teaching, the sila that we have been talking about. So again and again it's referring here that how this is connected. So this is
I'm slowly starting to understand.
okay, so that is called akusala. And then next one, I think,
Wholesome action.
yeah, this one, these two together. So basically, we are studying two at the same time. Okay. Yeah. And another one is just take this un or a out.
Yeah.
So that becomes kusala.
Yeah.
Or wholesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And when we talk about the wholesome, early on it was there is no. And now we just put no and no to the kaya and then a vaci. For the mind, we just change for covetousness to, what is the covetousness to? It doesn't say here. Doesn't explain. Okay. So
what was your question again, please?
Opposite of Mano,
Okay.
ducarita. Okay.
Is it? Oh no, that's courteous speech.
So here this is nekhamma. So nekhamma means renounce, and then to kindness. What's the word? As kindness and compassion.
Opposite of covetousness.
Yeah.
Generosity, contentment, and benevolence.
Yeah. So, okay.
Unselfishness.
Yeah, generosity. And then the second one is compassion. Karuna. Okay. And then the third one is samadhi.
Right view.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm learning.
So that's a right view. Okay, and then this is compassion, karuna.
Yeah.
And then this is the dana, generosity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the opposite. Only the last one, Mano sucarita is the different. Rest is the same. Just not committing that. And among these, since the Buddha had the vision of becoming to be a Buddha, the Buddha in the future, he always practiced this, never missed for entire his lifetime, ever since he took the vow to be the Buddha in the future. Because he had this from the beginning. So with having this from the beginning, so he never missed this one, but he did miss this on the way. Okay, he did miss this on the way, this and this. He did. Okay? But this one he never did. Always kept his truth in every life. Very faithful and truthful all the time. For uncountable eons, 100,000 of kalpas. So he maintained that simply because he had it from the beginning, this samadhi. Okay? So our samadhi is not that strong yet. So that's why we are still doing more or less all in any forms, in any ways. Okay? However, if we look at this, then among that, there is one which will be dominant in us, that we always conscious of that, and then we try to not to do it again and again, or reducing it that. So that any action that we are doing, then that becomes the parami or perfections. See? So that's why the action and the paramis work together, hand in hand. And the more these been purified, so the paramita becomes stronger and stronger. So that's leading towards the liberation. So that's the two dhammas. Right? So this one is akusala kamma, the unwholesome deeds, also known as papa. Right? Akusala also known as a papa. Papa, which Gavin said, ba. Bapa is Thai. Ba. Right? So it's Thai. It's also known papa. And then when we talk about wholesome, which is the second one, wholesome, which doesn't have the do, and it becomes su, so that's good and good. And then mano, it's do, no, not no do, and then su. Su means good, right? So sucarita. That means a good deed. And then when we talk about the good deed, wholesome, that's also known as punya. What is punya? Merit. Alright? Merit. That is merit or punya. So the akusala is synonym to papa or evil. Okay, akusala, evil. And then kusala is wholesome, which is a punya, and that's the merit.
Yeah.
So, anything on this?
I just find it all amazing when you think, like, when the Buddha was learning and becoming enlightened and then when you start like learning and understanding and it makes sense. I just find that so amazing. You know, so
yeah. What I am amazed is that once you have understood one, it just links.
Yeah.
And it continues, and one is supporting to the another, and it just becomes so interconnected. And then all is not talking about any other beings. It's all about talking about ourselves.
Yeah.
Our mind, our action.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's the amazing thing. And it's not referring that, okay, you have to go back to this story, that person, this person, that time, like that. So which is the reason why it's akaliko. The Buddha's teaching is known as akaliko. What does it mean? Akaliko. Dhamma, yeah. Go to the Dhamma, qualities of the Dhamma. What is akaliko means?
Where is it?
Dhamma, reflection on Dhamma. Recollection on Dhamma. Go to Dhamma.
So, while he's looking for that, because I'll let Gavin answer this one.
Timeless, yeah.
Psychotherapy was grown from Buddhism, obviously, There's no other, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Psychotherapy developed less than 200 years, but Buddhism was like 2,600 years old.
Yeah.
Well, only difference is psychotherapy based on kind of some evidence base. So you have to find the evidence, scientific evidence on that, measured. There is a measure to measure the effects of the process that you go through.
Yes.
Whereas here, in the Buddhist concept, there is no measure, because it's not talking about the immediate results, but it's an ongoing process to overcome entire thing.
Yeah, but
So that's the difference.
you can imagine the people that sort of like started to understand the process like 2,000 years ago, and people that wasn't into Buddhism and wanted to help other people. It's got to be how it started, like watching your own mind. And I do find it amazing.
Yeah, like whether even if you look at the counseling, if you look at any other forms of psychotherapies, cognitive therapy or behavior therapy, and these are it's all spoken, but in Buddhism it's not spoken for the immediate results. It's spoken in a long-term process, like a behavior therapy. It's all about the behavior, changing your behavior. It's simply saying that you are suffering because your behavior were not good. And if you don't want to be suffered anymore, change your behavior.
Exactly.
That's all.
I know.
Change your thoughts.
Huh?
And change your thoughts.
Yeah, change your thought. And then in behavior therapy or behavior psychology, it says that if you do it again and again for some times, then your behavior will change. And that's exactly what Buddha was talking about. If you want to change, do it regularly. So change regularly. So that's why the mindfulness comes here. Be mindful, and then slowly you will change.
Amazing. I needed this like when I was young. I've had a life of being unwholesome.
Okay, right. So in that case, we will stop here. Okay?
Yeah.
And next week, I will not give you any topic to write. You can choose whichever you want.
Oh, right, okay.
You can choose whichever you want. So, because this week we're going to be very busy.
Yes, okay. Or should we just have a week off?
I think we should have a week off for right now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine, Right, okay. Okay, so with that, we'll stop here. Thank you. Hello.